Hey gang, in this video I want to show you guys a detailed B rush that you and your team can throw. It's going to be best for competitive teams because it's going to be spawn based and you guys are going to want to practice running this so you do it correctly. You can use elements of this in pugs. Just based on which spawn you have, you can kind of throw that utility to help your team get out because these utility sets are nice. So it's going to be spawn based, so make sure you pay attention to where you spawn so you guys call what you're going to be throwing in spawn before you guys run and rush B. Real quick overview. The first spawn is going to be throwing two flashes for sight, and he's going to be pre-smoking the molly. The second spawn is going to be throwing the same two flashes and then taking sight with the first spawn guy. Third spawn guy is going to be mulling the pillar to help the first two guys get out and not have to worry about as many angles. And then he's going to quickly throw a CT smoke, and then he's going to go sight. The fourth spawn guy, you don't have to worry about throwing anything. You're just going sight, trading. Ideally, you want to try to molly deep CT, smoke slant, to deter their rotates and to help just take the site in general, but you're just gun out. And then you can throw your utility once you get out on the site. And then the last spawn guy, the fifth spawn, the worst spawn, you're going to be throwing a B lurk smoke that I learned from Austin CS. That's really nice, and it's going to basically pop right here, which makes taking the site much easier for your guys rushing site because they don't have to worry about slant and CT. They just have to worry about left pillar, close, and cubby. All right, so let's show you what util I got. So the first spawn, you're going to be, as you come out of spawn, right as you get over this ledge, aim right here at the left top right side of the door, jumping left click to flash. That's just a nice flash for sight, as I blind myself. It's going to more than likely stop somebody from trying to rush up close. It's going to make them want to play pillar or go cubby, which is just fine. That's exactly what we want. So that's the first flash for the first spawn guy. You're going to be throwing that. Right after you throw that, you're going to be aiming right here. This little cubby that's on B ramp, and you're running left click a smoke. And that is going to pre-smoke a molly. And it's also going to leave a nice little gap here on the left side. I think it might plume out a little bit more later, but right as you rush, it's going to leave a nice little gap that you can kind of run and see as you go up. And then if you're a CT player trying to molly ramp, it's going to extinguish it. And even if it doesn't extinguish because it bounces too far, you're barely going to be touching it. And you're just going right into sight. All right, so you got the flash, the pre-smoke, the molly as the first spawn, and then you're going to throw a secondary flash, which right as you get around the B doors, as you get through, you're going to look up and to the right, and you're jumping left click throw. If you really want to min-max optimize your movement, just hold W and A as you get through the door, which is going to keep you kind of running in a straight line. So it's going to basically let you get to sight as fast as possible, utilizing that best spawn. And then just look up and to the right, jumping right click. And that flash, depending on where it pops, is really nice because it's going to, if this guy does try to swing close, it's going to really blind him. Right? That's also going to blind the right side of the pillar and the left side of the pillar, which is just really nice as it pops and you're kind of coming into sight. As well as the second guy is going to be throwing that same flash, so it's really nice for taking sight. Okay, so on to the second spawn guy. You're going to be throwing the same two flashes as the first spawn. Makes it super simple. Ready to get over the ledge, aim at the door, jumping left click, and then ready to get around this, up and to the right, jump. I think I threw that too high. Jumping right click, like that. Take sight. All right, now the third spawn guy. You're going to be throwing a molly for pillar, and you're going to be smoking CT. So you come right here. Do this quick, otherwise it might be too delayed. I haven't really practiced this in the game. This is just theory crafting, so try this out, test the timing. This might not even be that useful, but I think it'll be helpful. And maybe you'll have to switch with the spawns, I'm not sure. But you want to line up with the left side of the door here, and then you want to aim right here and left click your molly. There's this crack between the two bricks. That's to the left of the plant. That's the way to remember it. You want to be aiming here. There's like this top dark bit here. That's too high, and you want to aim above the brick. Otherwise, it bounces back if you aim too low, and it doesn't land if you aim too high. So you want to aim just a little above that vertical crease right here that's in the brick in this little gray area. Left click, that's a molly for the cave entrance and for pillar. And then you want to aim at the top, this like top plant that sticks out, and a little bit to the right. If you don't aim a little bit to the right, sometimes this smoke will catch the molly, which still kind of works because it smokes cave off and CT a little bit, although it can leave a gap. So make sure you aim a little bit to the right if that's what you want to do, unless you want to smoke cave off. And that's going to smoke CT, and that's just helpful for your teammates as they come out into sight. CT will be blocked off. They can kind of get into cubby, hold the cave run out, and somebody can plant. And they should still be smoked. All right, so that's the third spawn guy. You're going to be mauling the pillar and smoking CT. Fourth spawn, you're just gun out. Basically, you run in, take sight. Nothing complicated. I would say if your teammates get a kill or two as you're coming up, just try to like bank a molly like this in a deep CT. It'll stop the CTs from rotating in as fast. It'll mess up the rotate, slow them down, gives you guys more time to plant without getting spammed or killed, as well as deterring the CTs from even trying to retake at all. And then also what you can do is just re-smoke CT or smoke slant, or even smoke deep slant and try to get into slant at some point if you want. So it's kind of up to you. All right, now the fifth spawn, last spawn, the guy with the worst spawn, you're going to be coming against this pillar and spawn that has the bridges connected to it. There's this vertical line here on this brick. You just want to line up with this brick, crouch to line up, it makes it easier. Then stand up. And then you'll notice there's these windows here and the little gratings on the side. You want to aim, this is how I remember it, you aim to the left of the top of the grating, right here on this brick. Just aim kind of right here in the middle of this brick. And then you want to tap W jump throw. I like to walk tap W jump throw, that's just how I do it. All right. And this is going to be a nice lurk smoke that is going to help your teammates get out on the B without getting shot from CT or from slant. They can get spam, but it's doesn't give the CTs any visibility on ramp or from slant. So that's why you're going to be throwing that. So when your teammates are coming out the ramp, they're throwing their pop flashes. Pillar hopefully is going to be mollied somewhat quickly, as well as the cave entrance. And then your teammates are just going to have to worry about this area right here, close left, and the cubby, and then maybe a little bit of pillar if the molly doesn't quite get there in time. All right, guys, that is it for the B rush strategy on Anubis. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it helps you in your future competitive matches, or if you want to use little elements of it in pugs, like let's say your first or second spawn, you just want to make sure you're flashing over sight, and also even more importantly, pre-smoking that molly, so your teammates don't get boom roasted when they're trying to take ramp. And then also that pop flash is really nice. And if you're further back, you can throw the molly and smoke CT. Or if you have a fourth or fifth spawn, you can tell your guys, hey, let's rush B. I'm going to throw that lurk smoke. I'm going to throw the lurk smoke on B so you guys can run out, not get shot from CT or slant, and help your teammates pretty easily take B. And B's, when you lose B early, it's really, really hard as the CT side. So very effective. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked the video. I'll be back in soon with more. And as always, easy peasy.